Hey guys, it's Mike, Backyard Air Guns. I'm out here today to do part 3 and final part of the AEA Challenger Pro in 25 cal. I think it's one of the most ultimate backyard guns there is. High power, great accuracy, affordable. So it's really a nice backyard gun. So in part 1 and 2, we went over all the sound test and trigger pull and 30-yard backyard accuracy. In the final test, and I think in part 2 we did tested slugs, right? So this thing's tuned up. It shoots like over 100 foot-pounds of energy. So I just dedicated this to be a slug gun. So I ran a lot of slugs through it in part 2. And the slug that did the very best are these Altaros Slugs. These are 60 grain, 25 cal slugs. So based on part 2, I said, okay, this is the only slug I want to shoot out here at the range today. So now we're past the 30-yard backyard limit I got, and we're going to shoot at 50 yards and maybe 100 yards, depending on how good 50 does. So I'm just going to do a few 5-shot groups with the Altaros 60 grain slug and the AEA Challenger Pro in 25 cal. So I'm going to sight the rifle in and we'll get started. As mentioned in part 2, these Altaros slugs are too long to load into mags. You got to load them singly or one at a time. All right, the setup I'm using today is I got the FX chronograph. It's going to keep up with speed and BC. I've got the NV400, which I've got several videos out. It's one of my favorite scopes to use, especially at the range, because I just send the output to this little screen here, so I don't have to get up on the gun, and it's very accurate. Got the longer tank. I got my BA brand of Arca rail on it, supporting a Arca bipod on it. All right, I've got the rifle sighted in. We're going to do two 5-shot groups at 50 yards. It always happens. If I get 4 on a 5-shot group on top of each other, you know where that 5th one's going to go. It went off about a ½ inch, but that's a pretty damn good group at 50 yards for this AEA Challenger Pro. Let's do another 5-shot group. I'll try not to screw up the last shot.
800. 825. Empty magazine.
It shoots 4-shot groups really good. It doesn't shoot 5-shot groups. Again, that was me. Those are good groups at 50 yards. And again, I'm in a rain out here. It's not a heavy rain, but I got a light rain going on out here, so I'm shooting through a rain. But that's really good. It really likes these Altaros 60 grain slugs, and shoots them good too. So if you look at this, the specs on this, spread of 32, standard deviation of 8.1, true BC of 0.393. I've never seen a number that high, but that's crazy. 393 BC shooting these 60 grain slugs. So I'm gonna reset, and we'll try this at 100 yards. All right, guys, I'm reset up, re-zeroed in at 100 yards, actually 103 yards. AEA Challenger Pro in 25 cal. Wind has picked up a little bit. If I zoom out here, you should be able to see these flags dangling down there. Well, there's a few more flags not picked up. Yeah, I got a little bit of a left to right wind. 103 yards, shooting these Altaros 60 grain slugs at 100 yards. Let's do 2 5-shot groups.
$834. Last bullet.
Wow. The little red box has got 4 shots in it at 103 yards, and The one outside the red box is like a 1/4 inch. Wow, that's crazy. I should stop right there, right? But no, I said 2 5-shot groups. So let's see if I can't screw this last 5-shot group up.
Wow. 832. 838. Empty magazine.
All right, I was correct. I should not have shot the last 5-shot group. It wasn't as good as the first one. It's still, you know, like that at 103 yards. And the first group is like, you know, like this at 103 yards. You don't see many. I think I've watched every AEA Challenger Pro video on YouTube that there is, every single one. I don't recall too many people shooting bench rest at 100 yards with AEA Challenger Pro. If you got it set up right, you can do it. This thing puts out a lot of energy. So, I mean, this, that, you know, last shot was 90, 93, 94 foot-pounds. I demonstrated, I think, in part 1 with the right slug, the Seneca slugs, it's shooting those at like 110 foot-pounds of energy. So crazy energy, really, really good accuracy. It's priced right. It is a really great backyard gun. It's quiet enough you can shoot it in the backyard. Yet, if you want to come out here and be competitive at a, you know, long distance, it certainly will do that. And it's priced right. So, again, I want to say thanks and appreciate everybody watching. We'll follow up. Hey, I want to throw a shout out and a big thank you to my biggest fan, Karsten, and his father, Steve.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm